What's cracking, everybody? Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We are jumping in real quick to show you guys what we have for you today. And today, you guys, we have Star Wars Unlimited starter, 2-player starter deck for the Spark of the Rebellion. And we are going to crack this thing open, show you what's on the insides, look at it, see what all's good in here, look at some of the things that are included in it, talk through some of the cards, and see what we got cracking today. So let's just get right into it. Star Wars Unlimited is a new game from Fantasy Flight Games, based, of course, around the Star Wars universe. And of course, we got Luke Skywalker and Darth Vader as the first leaders, which for this game, which is they have a leaders and bases as the main focus of this game, and kind of like a 2-field battlefield layout, similar to MTG Commander, but not really, but kind of the same. So, you know, we'll get into gameplay and stuff on another video, but here's kind of what we got in this first set. The first deck list on here, Luke Skywalker, we got a Administrative Tower, we got a bunch of stuff, a couple R2s and C-3POs, 3 Leia Organas, and we're going to look at the cards, but here is your deck list for these decks, and then Darth Vader, which that's what I'm probably going to play. Dun, 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 dun. We got some Grand Moff Tarkins in there. Look at who else we got in there. We got Admiral Ozell, Hayton Butt. And then also, of course, we got some Emperor Palpatine. There's one out Palpatine card in here. We'll go get more into it. But this box includes that. It's supposed to contain that. Here's what it's supposed to contain. 110 cards, 40 counters, a quick start rule book, 2 paper, I believe, POMATs and posters. Ooh, looking forward to seeing those posters. And 2 folding deck boxes. So let's go ahead and crack into this. We're opening this today because I am actually helping one of my area LGSs run events. And so we're going to open these up to get some demo decks here a couple weeks early to kind of show people. This game does come out in March. Pre-release is the weekend of March 1st, and actual regular release is on the 8th. Okay, looks like here's our posters here. We're probably not going to be able to get a full. Oh, that's a Darth Vader poster. Oh, it's a Darth Vader poster. And there's a playmat. I think it's going to be a double side with the playmat. Yeah, it's playmat on the other side. Has all the different things on it, which we could give you a full thing because we're doing this vertical or the gram. But yes, it has the playmat in it, which is really kind of cool. And then, of course, I'm probably sure the other one. Yep, it's good old Luke Skywalker. Not too bad. All right, yeah, guys. And then let's see what we got. Here's our little deck boxes. They'll put these in and get us started. Not too bad at all. And then here's some counters, and then our rule book, quick start rule book, which now they released the full rules on StarWarsUnlimited.com. But you know, you guys can go check this out. But it comes with a little rule book, and that's nice. It's pretty cool. I like to keep all these little things. And I keep a lot of boxes. I have a lot of boxes, you guys. Which is a pretty interesting thing, but hey, it's something I like to do. All right, and then in here, it's in here. It's in here. It's in there tough. All right, so maybe we got to do this, take this from the bottom. Try not to ruin the box. Wonder why they did that away. So it's perforated on the bottom. Interesting. Top part of it, but you know, it is what it is. All right. Yep. All right, yeah, guys. Now there we go. After a little bit of ripping, you guys, we got our actual decks, and they're using paper on these, which is kind of just interesting. And we're going to show them some love on trying to use at least amount of plastic as possible. But let's see what we got here. All right, starting off here with our Luke Skywalker leader card. And you guys, these are the main leaders. And what they do is you use your leader, and then you use your base, and your leader has these special abilities. And the cool thing about the leader cards is they're two-sided cards. So you have this side, And then this is what you start when you're playing. And then when you get to do the actions is flip it over, you switch it over and put it into your play area like this. And I actually have the promo versions of these, which are really good. Card stock, that's not too heavy. It's a little light. Actually kind of feels more closer to Pokemon card width for the card. So it's not like it's super durable, which could be good and bad, you know, when you're trying to maybe if these are totally probably going to be some gradable cards because there's a lot of Star Wars collectors out there. But yeah, that's pretty cool. So there's the Luke Skywalker card. Let's see what else is in here. Next up is your base, which is the Administrator Tower. Another really kind of cool thing about the bases is that on the other side, these ones have the deck list on it inside of the starter decks. The rest of them actually have these tokens. And the ones that come in the pack will have these tokens. This is experience token, which you kind of learn and experience in the +1s or +2s, you et cetera. And then also it has the shield tokens that will come in some packs as well, which are pretty cool. But it's cool that they're putting some of them on the other side of the bases so that they're not, this one less card you have to worry about keep and storing. Some of the bases will have extra tokens and you'll be able to keep your bases with you. So bases were going to be a real good thing to always kind of keep around. All right. Now to look at some of the cards. It looks like there's another token in here. A couple more tokens. We got a couple more tokens. All right. And then our first card, the good old SB1 Surgical Droid. Pretty cool looking card. Attack. On attack, you may heal 2 damage from another unit. Pretty good. And then there's your backs there. All right. And then R2-D2. When played on attack, look at the top card of your deck. You may put it on the bottom of your deck. Otherwise, leave it on the top of your deck. A little scurry action on play and attack. Hey, my little scurry action, huh? There we go. We got one. We got a couple R2s. There's 3 R2s. All right. And then, of course, you just got a good old-fashioned Alliance X-Wing there. Little 2-3 flyer. Little 2-3 flyer. Put you in the battle zone. We got 3 of those in here. C-3PO. All right, C-3PO. What do you do? When played on attack, choose a number, then look at the top card of your deck. If it's a cost, its chosen number, you may reveal and draw it. Otherwise, leave it on the top. There you go. That's a little surveil and draw, C-3PO. All right, got a couple of those. All right, and then we got Rebel Pathfinder, a Saboteur. When this unit attacks, ignore Citadel and defeat the Defender's shields. That's a good thing to have Saboteur. There's a deck run with Sabine, I believe, is a very high Saboteur Ran type deck, super fast, kind of like Rakdos for Magic, which is going to be interesting. All right, restore 1 with this one, and when you put it to play, when this unit attacks, heal 1 damage from your base. Not too bad, and we got 1. A couple of those. Restored art. And good old Princess Leia Organa, Defiant Princess. When played, either ready a source or exhaust a unit. Well, we all love Princess Leia. She also has a leader card. A lot of these the leaders, there are multiple versions of our heroes and villains and some of the bigger characters. Most of the time there's a leader card and also a regular unit card, ground unit card, which this is how we look at those. I'm going to show you guys. Each one of these is considered a unit. And in this game, you have a space area and a ground area. So each one of them is a unit. This is a ground. Leia's a ground person because she's on taxiing foot. And then space, obviously, also like a lot of your ships and some of your other things like that. Also, we have our different aspects, which we will do a video on aspects later. This one is called hero. Right there. And then black is called vigilance. Called villainy. Hero and villainy for white and black. And then you have this one here is called cunning. And then for yellow. All right. And this deck, I think, is mostly built off of that as well. There's 3 there, Leia's. And then you got a rogue operative saboteur. Not too bad. Another ground units. And people talk about, talking about the art. And people are like, man, the art doesn't look really good, but it does kind of look like a cool 80s style cartoon art, which is for me, I'm like, it's not too bad. I kind of like my 80s cartoon stuff. So the art isn't too bad. Could it be a little bit better? Maybe. But at the same time, it looks kind of like G.I. Joe to me. So I'm here for it. All right. Then you got some wing leaders. And then we got a Yoda. The old master ground unit, Force Jedi. Restore 2. When this unit attacks, heal 2 damage to your base. When defeated, choose any number of players. They each draw a card. And those see these each players, there is a commander style format for this game that is called Twin Suns. Before this game releases, we'll probably talk a little bit more about that, create a video about that so you guys can learn a little bit more about that. There's only one Yoda in there though. Cloud City Wing Guard, Sentinel card, System Patrol Craft, the good old security. These cats are trying to wait for Darth Vader to come in and get busted on. Of course, we need a lot of them. Yeah, there's 3 of them. We need a lot of them. Oztuck Liberator gunship, nice little gunship hitter. And then General Dodonna. Other friendly rebel units get +1/+1. Hey, there you go. We've seen this card before, haven't we? 4-drop. That's how much. Right up here is how many resources it takes to get out as well. So this is a 4-drop. Pretty cool. It has to be, you have to have 4, and then you have to have a leader that is at least has hero to be able to play that card. That's how the mana resource drop works in this game. Good old snow speeder. You know I wonder how many snow speeders. We only got 1 snow speeder. All right, then we got a Chewie, loyal companion. Woo! When this unit attacks, ready him. So that means you can always units in this area can't attack your non-Sentinel units in base because he's Sentinel. So you have to attack Chewie first. So Chewie gets out there and he pretty much protects everyone else from getting beat up until he gets done. And he is cunning and heroism. All right. And then here we go with the Vigilant Honor Guards, little rebel honor guards hit. And I believe this one, that color is, was it Command maybe? No, Command is green. Vigilance is blue. All right. And then Obi-Wan following fate. Sentinel, you got to go out. You have to attack him before you can attack anybody else or base. When defeated, give 2 experience tokens to another friendly unit. If it's a force unit, draw a card. Yeah, that's a pretty cool card. And then Han, he shot first. Reluctant hero, let's go. Ambush. After you play this unit, it may ready and attack an enemy unit. So pretty much ambush is pretty much like having haste in Magic, which is pretty good. You always want to have those if you're trying to run something fast. While attacking, this unit deals combat damage before the defender. If the defender is defeated, it deals no combat damage. So there you go. So not only does it have haste, it has first strike as well, which is pretty good. But hey, it's 7 to get out. To get Han out, you got to get some resources on the field. All right, there you go. And then some Luke's lightsabers attached to a non-vehicle unit. When played, if attached to unit is Luke Skywalker, heal all damage from him and give a shield token to him. Pretty cool. So you definitely want to get Luke out there and try to find a way to get that on him. You got 1, 2, 3. And these are upgrades. These are pretty much kind of like artifacts or like artifact artifact. Well, you know, and yeah, artifact things for Magic. All right, then here you go. Here's an event, which is pretty much like instance event things. Heal 3 damage from a unit. Events. Another little repair. All right, and then you got this one. Shot first. We answered the question. Attack with a unit. It gets +1/+0 for this attack and deals its combat damage before the defender. Pretty much gives a first strike. You can only attack with a ready friendly unit. If the defender is defeated, it deals no combat damage to the attacker. That's a good one. You can pretty much play this as like instant event. There you go. Exhaust an enemy unit. Give a shield token to a friendly unit that costs 3 or less. And these are all the events here. Another one of there. Pretty good. Surprise strike. Little tactic. Little event tactic. Attack with a unit. It gets +3/+0. This turn, you can only attack with a ready friendly unit. Another surprise strike there. And then a waylay little trick. Return a non-leader unit to its owner's hand. There you go. Some of you guys like to play blue. They like to play blue. That's a blue player's card. And then here we go, a Vanquish. Defeat a non-leader unit. Pretty much just wipe it off the board. And you got a couple of those. And that is the Luke Skywalker deck. That is a pretty cool looking deck there, you guys. And yeah, we're looking forward to getting into playing this a little bit more. I think this weekend, the lady and I are going to play some, and then we're going to go down to the store as well and start running a couple demos, which is going to be pretty cool. And you guys, just so you know, make sure you guys follow us. You'll see the links in the bottom of this video. what'scrackingcollectibles.com. You can go check us out there. Also follow us on social media at What's Cracking Collectibles everywhere, and YouTube, which maybe you're watching this on YouTube. You can find us there. And also you can find us on What's Not at What's Cracking Friday, What's Cracking Collectibles on Whatnot, where we will be offering these cards in packs, in sales, and doing box breaks and etc. So here we go, Darth Vader. Dun, 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 dun. All right, Darth Vader. I had to do it, you guys. You know I had to do it. All right, Darth Vader. Darth Lord of the Sith. Action. 1 resource tap. If you played a villainy card, which that is villainy right there, to a unit, does 1 damage to the base. Epic action. If you control 7 or more resources, deploy this leader, flip him, ready him, and move him to the ground. And when you do, Darth Vader becomes a 5/8 leader unit, ground unit. On attack, you may deal 2 damage to a unit. That's even anytime you attack. That's pretty good. That's a pretty cool card. All right. And then for the base card for this starter deck, it is a command center to Death Star. And then, of course, like we said earlier, on the back has the checklist for these deck sets. That's the one cool thing that these starter deck lands actually in basis might actually end up turning into a little something a little extra, just due to the fact that that checklist is on the back and it's not on any of the other ones. All right. And then, of course, our experience tokens, we got a couple of those. So let's go ahead and pull these out. Let's see what else. Actually see the cards that are in the deck. All right. It's cool to read the list, but now we can see the actual cards. All right. Of course, we got Space Minute, got a little TIE fighter. Got a couple TIE fighters. All right. The Death Star Stormtrooper. Little ground unit, nothing special, but he gets out there on 1 drop. Little 1 drop. All right. And another Death Star unit on the 181 drop. So we got 4. We come with 3 or 4. Yeah, it comes with 3. All right. And good old Admiral Ozell. You know, Admiral Ozell, the overconfident. He's kind of a little snob, isn't he, in the movie, in the shows? Yeah, he's a little off the hook. Action tap. Play an Imperial unit from your hand, paying its cost. It enters play ready. Each opponent may ready a unit. So pretty much once you get him out there, you can tap him, and then play a unit from your hand, and it pretty much has haste. First Legion Snow Troopers there. While attacking a damaged unit, this unit gets +2/+0 and gains Overwhelm. This deals exceeding damage to the opponent's base. Anything over it goes to the base. Couple of those jump offs. Yeah, you know, like people see with the art, like this is like, it is kind of like cartoony. Like I said, it kind of has that 80s cartoon look to him, but pretty cool. Good old Admiral Mahdi. He gets played like a hater he should be from the good old Darth Vader. When defeated, you may ready a villainy unit. You got a couple of those, which is pretty cool. You got 3 of those in there. Actually, you can throw that out there, let it die just to get some stuff up and going pretty fast. No Trooper Lieutenant. Let's say, when played, you may attack with a unit. If it's an Imperial unit, it gets +2/+0 for this attack. You can only attack with a readied unit. Not too bad. That seems pretty fun too. I'm looking forward. We played a couple games on one of the digital clients that plays against AI. It's pretty fun. We'll be doing some videos on that probably here going into later on into this week. or next week. So you guys can see some gameplay. And but you guys stay tuned. All right, Viper Druid when played. Look at the top opponent's hand. Admiral Piat, the captain of the executioner. Each friendly non-leader unit that costs 6 or more gains ambush. So that ain't too bad. That means get them in there and they get haste. I mean, you only got one of those, so that must be decent. Super laser technician. Super laser technician again. As you can tell, some of these obviously are commons, and we'll go through some of the listing of the commons, uncommons, and stuff later as we get going. But we wanted to show you guys the starter deck. Pretty cool cards. Give you a quick look and see what's in this deck. General Vader. Now he's an uncommon. You can see that right down there. U for the uncommon. The C's for commons, rares, and then we got leader cards and different rarities as well. General Veers. Other friendly Imperials get +1/+1. And then there's the Grand Move Tarkin. And this is a special card. This card is only available in the starter decks, which is pretty cool to say, unless you have the starter deck, that's the only way you're getting this Grand Move Tarkin card. Grand Move, when played, search the top 5 cards of your deck for up to 2 Imperial cards, reveal them, and then draw them. Put the other cards on the bottom of your deck in a random order or a 4-drop. That's a command villainy. Yeah, buddy. Like to go grab some of them cards and get it cracking. We got 1. Oh, we got 3 grand moves. Yeah, I think we saw that earlier. There you go. Imperial Inspector, when played, you may deal 3 damage to a space unit. So that's super good too. Nice little interceptor card. And that is a good common. There's 3 of them in there. But this has a very good, crazy gameplays. I shouldn't say crazy, but it has a really pretty cool gameplay system too, where each round pretty much goes back and forth from each opponent, and you make a play. Your opponent makes a play. You make a play. The opponent makes a play. You can decide if you want to make a play. If you don't, you can pass, or what they call take initiative. And when you take initiative, what initiative pretty much means is that, okay, you're giving up on this round, but you get to play first on the next round. So there's going to be some strategy involved in that for sure. And that's probably going to be interesting. I'm looking forward to seeing how that works out. There's a lot of YouTube videos out there. People have already been playing, putting together some demo decks out of proxies and whatnot on paper, and just so they could play. And a lot of AI played a game. So you guys should definitely go check that out. Search that on YouTube here. All right. Also, we got an ATST. It has Overwhelm. When attacking an enemy unit, deals excess damage to the opponent's base. The idea is to get some of these big old vehicles and shippity ships out. When played, give a unit Sentinel for this phase until this arena can't attack your non-Sentinel unit or base. Pretty cool. Gladiator Star Destroyer. Blitz Assault. When this unit attacks and defeats a unit, you may deal excess damage from this attack to an enemy ground unit. And then there's the Palpatine. You will feel the power of the Force. Overwhelm, that means all the extra damage, pretty much like trample, goes over to the base. When played, deal 6 damage divided as you choose among enemy units. 8-drop though, man. You get 8 resources. That's the one thing about this game. It is kind of like, man, where you gotta still kind of get keep getting resources out there, because that completely changes everything. All right, we got Relentless, the space unit, Imperial vehicle, capital ship. The first event played by each opponent each round loses all abilities. Ooh, that means pretty much your first. Pretty much sorcerer instant spells, which would be events cards here, get no run. Your first one gets no run. So that means you got to find something to throw away. That's actually pretty good. All right, then we got some Vader lightsabers here attached to a non-vehicle vehicle unit. When played, if attached to unit is Darth Vader, you may deal 4 damage to a ground unit. If not, it gives you a +3/+1. And there's a couple of those in here. Pretty cool. And then here we go to event recruit supply. Search the top 5 cards of your deck for a unit, reveal it, and draw it. There you go. Then a good old Forcey Force choke. If you control a force unit, this event costs 1 less to play. Deal 5 damage to a non-vehicle unit. That unit controller draws a card. And so the crazy part about this is what they're talking about with some of these leaders, that it is actually to your benefit to do damage to yourself, depending on the leader, especially if you're playing villainy, which is obviously the dark side. If you're playing villainy, there's a lot of advantages of doing some damage to yourself, which is kind of crazy, which is going to be kind of cool to see and interact with as well. All right, hold on. Open fire, deal 4 damage to a unit. Just go ahead and get the buck. That ain't too bad. There's a couple of those bad boys. And then, I am your father. Event Gambit. Deal 7 damage to an enemy unit unless its controller says no. If they do, draw 3 cards. Oh, man. This is great. I am your father. Deal 7 damage to an enemy unit unless its controller says no. If they do, draw 3 cards. That's great. And this, once again, is the S card. It's only in this set. Oh, there's a couple of them. That's awesome. That's just a good card. That's just fun. And so I played this, and I played this at Gen Con, and I forgot what cards were in there. And there's 1 or 2 cards I think that are a little bit different from the demo decks from Gen Con. I might be wrong, but I don't remember playing that card. I might have, or maybe I had it in the deck and then just didn't ever play it, so I didn't really get to it. So I didn't remember it, but that's great. All right, then we got a maximum firepower, and then an overwhelming barrage event tactic. Give a friendly unit +2/+2 for this phase. Then it deals damage equal to its power divided as you choose among any number of other units. All right, you guys. Well, that is the Darth Vader starter deck here for Spark of the Rebellion. Star Wars Unlimited, Spark of the Rebellion starter decks. And man, is this going to, like I said, we're super excited to get into this game. It's cool to have, it's Star Wars first and foremost. And so that's kind of, one really, really, really fantastic thing. But while we're here, I was going to say, we're talking about all of the different aspects, which those are the colors and the things that they do and what they recognize. We'll go ahead and get into them. They'll have them here in the starter deck. While we're here, we might as well go ahead and just run you guys so you guys can get that general. There's a general breakdown of what's on there. The cost in the top left, spacer ground name, their traits. So he's an Imperial official, hit points, power points, icon aspect, and those are there. And then, of course, ground or space cards. You guys kind of get the general idea of what those are. Those are very easy to understand. And then a cost of event cards. There you go. Same thing, the ability, the upgrade cards. Those are the upgrade cards. So you guys can get a general overview on that. And then, of course, your leaders, information, a flip idea. This is a really cool little quick booklet. Then here's our aspect icons. There you go. You got blue is vigilance, green or red is aggression, of course. Oh, aggro. And then white is heroism. I thought it was a hero, but heroism. And then there you go. You got green is command. The orangish yellow white kind of deal thing is cunning. And then villainy for black. And those are aspects. And we're definitely going to be doing breaks, probably be doing mostly because a lot of the cards have 1 or 2. All of them almost all have heroism or villainy. But mostly all of them for sure don't all have vigilance, command, aggression, or cunning. So we're probably going to do breaks based around those four aspect icons, and so forth and so on. But yeah, you guys, this is really cool. You definitely, like I said, there you go. You guys can go visit all the information you need to find there. Look at StarWarsUnlimited.com. And there's our keyword thing. But you guys definitely go check it out. QuickBook rules. We're going to be doing some more videos on this very, very soon. So you guys definitely stay tuned. Please follow us on our social media at What's Cracking Collectibles. TikTok's What's Cracking Friday, which that probably will change here soon. And also make sure you please go visit us. All of our links are below in the video or in our bio if you're watching this clip or watching this video on social media. So thank you guys so very much. And that is Star Wars Unlimited starter deck. Quick rules for Spark of the Rebellion with our homies Darth Vader and Luke-a-dee Luke. Dun 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 dun. You heard what's cracking? One